Ever wondered why some apps feel so intuitive while others leave you confused? This is where the magic of UI/UX design comes into play. It's the art and science of creating seamless, enjoyable experiences that make technology feel like second nature. It's about understanding the users, their needs, their motivations, and then designing products that not only meet these needs but also provide a delightful experience. UI/UX design is not just about making things look pretty, it's about making things work. It's about creating digital environments where users can easily navigate and achieve their goals. It's about making the complex simple and the simple beautiful. But how does one achieve this? What goes into the process of creating these intuitive and delightful experiences? This video is your comprehensive guide to mastering the user-centered design process. So buckle up and get ready as we dive into the world of UI/UX design and unravel the secret to creating exceptional user experiences. The first step in mastering UI/UX design is understanding your user. Like a detective, you're going to be piecing together a puzzle, collecting clues about your user's needs, motivations, and behaviors. This crucial investigation is what we call user research and analysis, and it's the foundation for creating exceptional user experiences. So how do we gather the intel we need? Well, we have several methods at our disposal. Imagine yourself as an interviewer, sitting across from potential users. Through open-ended questions, you're striving to understand their goals, preferences, and pain points. This is the essence of user interviews, a conversation that uncovers valuable insights to inform our design decisions. But what if we need to reach a broader audience or collect more quantifiable data? That's where user surveys and questionnaires come into play. These tools are like a net, cast wide to collect demographic information, preferences, and even feedback on existing products. They're a fantastic way to gather large amounts of data quickly. Now, let's talk about usability testing. Picture yourself as an observer watching users interact with a prototype or existing product. You're analyzing their actions, their feedback, and their performance. This method is like a magnifying glass, revealing usability issues and guiding informed design improvements. After all this data collection, we then become analysts. We're looking for patterns, trends, and insights in the data and feedback we've collected. This is a bit like treasure hunting, sifting through the sand to find the golden nuggets that will shape our design approach. Armed with this insightful data, you're now ready to step into your user's shoes. The research and analysis stage is your first step on the journey to mastering UI/UX design. You've collected your clues, analyzed your data, and you're ready to move forward. Remember, every great design begins with understanding the user. Let's continue this exciting journey together in the next chapter. Now that we've gathered valuable user data, let's bring our users to life. Our next step in the user-centered design process is to create user personas and scenarios. Think of user personas as characters in a story. They represent our target audience, embodying their characteristics, behaviors, and motivations. Personas are not real people, but they are based on real data and insights we've collected during our research phase. Creating user personas allows us to humanize the design process. We're not just designing for abstract users, but for Sarah, a busy working mom who values convenience, or David, a tech-savvy millennial who appreciates innovative features. These personas give us a reference point for our design decisions, ensuring that we're always keeping our users' needs and goals at the forefront. But personas are only half of the equation. To understand these personas in action, we create user scenarios. These are narratives that outline specific situations or tasks our users might encounter while interacting with our product. For instance, how would Sarah use our app to order groceries while managing her toddler? How would David use our website to find the latest tech gadgets? User scenarios help us map out these interactions, identifying potential pain points and opportunities for design solutions. They ensure that we're not just designing in a vacuum, but considering real-world use cases. Now let's add another layer to our understanding with empathy mapping. This technique helps us gain a deeper understanding of our users' thoughts, feelings, and motivations. It's like putting ourselves in their shoes, allowing us to empathize with their needs. We capture what our personas might be thinking, feeling, seeing, and doing in a given scenario. This insight helps us design experiences that resonate on an emotional level. creating a deeper connection between our users and our product. With well-crafted personas and scenarios, we can now proceed to structure our design. In our next scene, we'll delve into the world of information architecture, where we'll organize and structure our content in a logical and intuitive manner. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's keep our personas and scenarios close, as they will serve as our guiding stars throughout this design journey. Let's shape our design by organizing the information logically and intuitively. Information architecture is like the backbone of your design. It's the unseen structure that ensures users can navigate through your product with ease. It's about making complex information understandable and accessible. So, how do we achieve this? Firstly, focus on organizing content and navigation. Think about the paths users will take to reach their goals. What are the most important tasks they need to accomplish? How can we make this process as smooth as possible? Design clear and logical pathways, considering user mental models and creating information hierarchies that match their expectations. It's like designing a map for a city. The easier it is for users to navigate, the better their experience will be. Next, let's talk about card sorting techniques. This is a method used to gather insights on how users perceive and categorize information. Essentially, you're asking users to sort a series of cards, each representing a piece of content or functionality, into groups that make sense to them. It's a powerful way to involve users in the process and create an information architecture that aligns with their mental models. It's like getting a sneak peek into their thought process and understanding how they make sense of the information. Lastly, we create sitemaps. Sitemaps are visual representations of the website or application structure. They provide an overview of the content and structure of a site, helping us visualize the hierarchy and navigation paths. It's like having a bird's eye view of the city, understanding how each part connects to the others. In essence, information architecture is about designing for clarity and coherence. It's about making the complex simple, the chaotic orderly, and the abstract concrete. It's a crucial step in the design process that ensures our design is not just aesthetically pleasing, but also functional and user-friendly. With a solid architecture in place, we're ready to move to the next stage of the design process. It's time to bring our research and planning to life. With a clear understanding of our users and their needs, we now enter the exciting phase of design and prototyping. Here, we transform our ideas into tangible, interactive experiences. This phase is where creativity meets functionality, where we breathe life into our concepts. We begin with wireframing, a crucial step in laying the foundation of our design. Think of wireframes as the skeleton of our design, outlining the structure and layout of our product. Wireframes don't focus on aesthetics. Instead, they map out the functionality and user flow, helping us visualize the user's journey through our product. Once we have our wireframes, we delve into creating mock-ups. Mock-ups add the flesh to our skeleton. They introduce color, typography, and imagery, giving us a more concrete representation of our final product. Mock-ups are static, but they offer a glimpse into the visual and stylistic elements of our design. Now comes the most exciting part, prototyping. Prototypes are interactive versions of our mock-ups. They mimic the functionality of the final product, allowing us to test our design before investing time and resources into development. Prototypes bring us closer to the final product, revealing how it will look, feel, and function. But remember, design is not a linear process. It's iterative and cyclical. We design, we prototype, we test, and then we go back to the drawing board. We refine our design based on user feedback and testing results. We iterate until we reach a design that not only meets user needs, but also provides an enjoyable and seamless experience. User testing is paramount in this phase. It helps us validate our design decisions and uncover any usability issues. It's our opportunity to observe our design in action, to understand how users interact with it, and to gather insights that will guide our design iterations. Remember, great design is an iterative process. Always be ready to learn, adapt, and improve. With each iteration, we refine our design, inching closer to a solution that meets user needs, business goals, and creates a delightful user experience. So, we've journeyed through the user-centered design process. We've delved into the significance of research and analysis, understanding the importance of gathering insights and context for our design. We've seen how user interviews, surveys, and usability testing can uncover valuable knowledge that guides our design decisions. We then moved on to user personas and scenarios, learning how these tools help us align our design solutions with the needs and goals of our users. We discovered the power of empathy mapping, enabling us to step into the shoes of our users and design experiences that truly resonate with them. We also explored the realm of information architecture, learning how to organize content intuitively and logically. Techniques like card sorting and creating sitemaps aid us in building a user-friendly structure. Finally, through design and prototyping, we bring our ideas to life, always iterating and refining based on user feedback. Remember, at the heart of every great design is a deep understanding of the user. Happy designing!